if it's on the. Okay, we're live.
Hello.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Viper Squadron podcast, and together we're going to talk a bunch about this new second edition. With me today we have Kyle and Lawrence, or
Hello.
Mr. Larry.
Whichever one you want to go with.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you can see in the back of Larry's screen there, he has a bunch of his old collection.
Yes. Gundams. I'm completely obsessed with them. I'm not even going to lie.
And you got to have all your Star Wars stuff
Well,
right behind you.
Don't worry. Hopefully next month I'm going to have something majorly huge. And then, well, I'll readjust it because where I'm going to be putting this beast at, it's not going to be seeing where these Molesies are at.
And what do you got back there, Kyle?
Well, here I have most of my paints, the ones that I'm not currently using. And then here I have my books. Wife's books on that side. And
Yeah.
that's about it. It's a pretty boring wall. All the action is put away in boxes.
Yeah, I understand that. I know when I first moved into this house, all these boxes were up here, and I was like, where am I going to put it all?
Yeah.
And then you start getting more shelves and whatnot in your room, and then
Yeah, I'll probably
have-
put in a shelf over
I
there.
have a little bit of Star Wars stuff in this room.
Yeah, I've got tons and tons and tons of stuff. Got a shelf of board games in the other room, and I've got my boxes of 40K and got boxes of Star Wars, so
Yeah,
not enough shelf space.
like even today, I still added to my collection about 4 new things for the room.
Yeah.
Just going nuts. If you ever see the Funko Pop dolls, I have a bunch of them here, and I found two of them that were released for Christmas. I had Darth Vader with a candy cane in his hand instead of a lightsaber.
Nice.
And the other one was C-3PO with a Santa hat and some toys. So they're pretty funny. So I had to grab them, add them to the collection. So, all right. Well, let's see. Our X-wing second edition comes out. We're 9 days out.
Yep.
I know, Kyle, you and I played 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
And we're all messing around with this app and stuff, and already seeing some of the builds for the people in our little group. There's some crazy stuff that people are coming up with. And this is the part I like about this new version of X-Wing is they made it more so there was more ships that were being able to be used.
Yeah.
You go to have tournaments or whatnot, you see almost all the same people flying kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So it kind of leveled the playing field for some of these ships that couldn't play before.
I would agree with you on that totally. Because I remember my squad I used to fly in with two different, even though they were the same side, there were two different factions. And now it's been broken up. It's forcing me to rethink and rebuild my squad at the same time, making me look and think a little bit more tactical than I did beforehand. Because I was thinking, what was the strongest ship? What gave me the more advantage? Whereas this is making me think, okay, what ships do I feel comfortable with that I've been flying with? And how can I make them effective?
You're right. I mean, it's a little tougher now. You can't just like go and grab one of those meta lists and play around with it, or just say, well, hey, I love this ship, so I'm gonna play with this ship and only this ship. I mean, I love some of my ships, and I try to work them in squads as much as I can.
Yeah.
I gotta have defenders somewhere.
You're not alone. Right
Well,
now, go ahead.
sometimes they fare me right. Don't go against this build Kyle's got for those
Robots.
those robots. Just ate me alive.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I seen them robot lists, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, that's not going to end good. Especially with the calculations. I'm like, okay, that's a whole new one for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw that and I was like, oh man, I have a weaker focus now. That's so lame, but I get 2 of the tokens instead of 1 because of the advanced droid brain. So I really liked the versatility there. Yeah, if I roll 3 dice with a focus on it, I only get 2 of them, but you have the option to split them between your defense and your attack as well. Or as I used in one instance, I broke through a jam and still had a green token afterward to use. So
yeah.
I actually really, really like the calculate tokens.
See, I don't like that. I didn't like that situation too much.
Yeah.
You know, even though you performed it and you lost it,
Yeah.
getting that second one, unless somebody else is gonna tell us something different. But
True, because we don't know what the next upgrades are going to look like. For like, what is it? First Order and Resistance that's supposed to be coming out later on. I'm not sure this year
yeah,
or next. So I'm waiting to see what that's going to look like because First Order, yeah, they had some pretty nasty techniques, but it's like I can't wait to see what they're going to give them per se. That's my thought.
yeah. The thing I was thinking about is, I mean, First Order right now, they for ships they have the shuttle, they
Yep.
have the silencer, and the TIE SF, and then regular First Order TIE.
And let's not forget what's his name? What's his name's
4
ship?
ships.
Okay.
You
That's
know.
also what is his name? I can't forget him. It's Han Solo's
Oh,
son.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren ship, yeah.
Yeah, he had his shuttle and his TIE fighter,
Yeah, the
Uh,
and then
silencer.
the other 2 TIE fighters. That's the only 4. I mean, unless they start adding some other ones.
that is a
Or
good
or
question.
just adding them with pilot cards for existing ships.
Yeah, I mean, or try to find more for like those TIE fighters.
Yeah.
True.
You
Which
know,
would be
but then you got the Resistance already. It's got the Falcon. It's got a T-65, like the black one. And then the other. I'm sorry, the T-70. Those
okay.
ones, and then they've already shown that they're going to have the A-wing, so that's going to be in there. And then they have the Resistance bomber, and
They gotta improve on that bomber.
is that it for the Resistance? I think.
They got the here does the Falcon.
Yeah, the Falcon.
Falcon
The two,
T60
they brought out the
or
2
T70.
different X-wings,
Right.
and then just the bomber. So I guess that's the 4 for them.
Hmm.
I thought they had more
Can't
than
wait
that.
to see how they're gonna build onto that.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, you're coming out with they're already building the A-wing in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So then that'd be 5 shits for them. I mean, what are they going to add in there for First Order? Because even in the movies that they didn't really show many more than just the regular TIE fighters.
Right.
The TIE fighters SFs.
We got another movie coming. It's fine.
But yeah, but that's a year away from when they're going to release these.
Right.
True. And oh wait. You got the Disney TV show that's coming out that deals with pilots.
The
I'm not sure.
Resistance one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's supposed to start what, in October?
Yeah. So who knows? That might be where we're gonna get our resistant fires and first order fires from.
Yeah. Who knows? They might come out with a First Order TIE bomber.
Why not? I mean, if they take any of the ships from the lore or the non-canny, they got a long list.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Some cool, some I'm like, don't, please don't. I don't even know how I'm gonna fly if it came out.
Yeah.
I don't know, but then when they go back and do the separatists and the Republic, like I shared in the group the other day, the Jedi starfighters, the Delta Twos, the ones that have the front that's split,
Yeah.
like in Episode 3, have those, and are we gonna have? I mean, we already know we're gonna have the Delta One, but I mean, there's so many different ships because we already have the ARC 170, which they would just probably put out a newer looking one, because they were actually new then.
Right.
And I mean, they put that in there. I mean, the droids, they have the Vulture droids, they have the Hyena bombers. Let's see, I'm looking around the room. Like the Separatists, are they going to have? I'm not sorry, the Republic. They're going to have the Naboo starfighter.
It still be comical to see that in the game.
I mean, if they did, I mean, I would say that would be more like equivalent to like the Z95s.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Because they're fast and nimble from flight sim. Put in this term, from the previous Star Wars games I played, when I got a chance to run a Naboo fighter out with other ships, it felt more like an A-wing than any other starship from the original canny Star Wars movie. I'll put in that terms.
Yeah, so it might be that way. I mean, even they're even going to have a Y-wing because
the original.
At least Anakin had a Y-wing, and it was a little bit different. Yeah, it was shaped a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I mean, they'll have that. There was a V-wing that they had.
What about the Jedi Starship? Or did you already finish talking about those?
Or you mean like the cruisers?
No, the ones like when like I want to say Episode 2 when you see Luke and Obi-Wan piloting him. They had like the droid on one side and they were sitting in the center. It was like the droid was offside, like to the right, and you used it to hook up to like a warp drive system to.
Oh yeah,
the Delta
right.
7.
That's the Delta One interceptors.
Oh, Delta. Okay, see, that you got me there because I can't even learn the names of those. I just like trying to learn them at the time, and I kind of forgot about them over time until I got reintroduced to them again, and I was like, I forgot the name. Gosh, now I know what they are.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm looking around my room, and we're gonna get the Sith infiltrator. I got just a little bit of toys around here.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. Fortunate, when I started getting deep into the interceptors, I had an interceptor, but it took a hit a couple times in my room, so I don't have it fully resurrected. Once I get this room under control, I'll resurrect the interceptor again. And it might have it next time when I do finally get it resurrected in the screenshot.
Yeah.
Or else I'll buy another 2 more and paint them out the colors I want. But the thing I'm waiting for is I want to see how those buzz droids are going to do, like we were talking about.
Yeah, that will be crazy because I mean, how are they going to do that? you got to figure out a way to spread the damage around because those guys actually did a lot of damage.
True.
Yeah. So
they got sensor array, life support on the ship, heck, even blood in an engine or two.
Yeah.
So that got me thinking, unless you use force fields or shields like the Millennium Falcon and a few other ships do. So then at that point, you got to figure out how they're going to infiltrate or break through those, or they're capable. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking a lot.
Well, I mean, you think the buzz droids, they went on Obi-Wan and Anakin's ship, and I'm sorry, yeah. And I would assume they would have had their shields on. They were in the middle of a battle.
Yeah.
So do they penetrate the shields?
That is a good question.
So, I mean, that is something.
Pondering. I'm sorry, I'm in ponder mode about those. But when you mentioned the buzz droids last time, I was like, I wonder how they're going to play those out. I just want to see. I just want to get an understanding how they. Out of all weapons, that's the one that's got my undivided attention.
Yeah, but it's going to be almost like the harpoon missiles.
Possibly. But then again, like we're saying, once it hits, does it just do one little bit of damage, or does it do damage over a length of time?
Yeah, like the harpoon missiles. You get the damage that one time, and then the next time if you blow up and you get the splash damage,
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I mean,
I
is
never
it going
used
to be
heart.
like that?
Okay. That's interesting. That made me want to think about trying out the harpoons next time. I need
Oh
to
well,
try it out.
they're not in this version
Dang it, never mind.
yet. You have to go back to a first edition game.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
believe I got that in my storage, if not.
Oh, sure.
But now it's got my curiosity because I'm like, I want to try out harpoon missiles just for no point reason, just to see how that works.
Yeah, that was not a fun thing.
All I can
Um,
imagine, it was like not the Punisher ship, but the U-boat. I forget the name of it right now, but it looked like the shape of a U, and I want to say it was on either the Scum or Resistance Force. And it was a trick that its missile system could do every time I hit it. Every time I shot at it, I got hit back with a missile that did more damage to my ship, and I can't remember the name of it. And I
yeah.
still very day despise that ship in this game. I'm sorry. It's just like anytime I see it, I'm like, okay, I already know I'm gonna lose. Thank you.
What game was that?
I'm trying to remember the name of the ship. It's in this game. It's the old version. I want to say I was at a shout out Punisher. Yeah, I gotta go look it up. Give me a second. See if
Are
I
you
can.
talking about the Jumpmaster?
I think that might be it.
The one with Dengar?
That sounds like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sounds like I'm gonna be looking at. Let's see, Scum.
I
yeah,
think he had an ability where you got a bonus attack.
yeah. Dengar always got the shoot
Yep,
back
that's
or
it.
something.
You're right. Jump Master. Yep, shoot back. That's the part I hate. Cause like every time I was hitting it, it's like shoot back instantly. I was like, what? Not fair. Every time I do damage, it's like he's doing. Oh, I was like my shit. I had the best, one of the best hardcore shooter ones, and it was just getting destroyed. After it got destroyed, it was just like, yep.
Yeah. Oh, what was I say? Oh, well, when we were talking the other day about the damage decks, and how you need to try not to get any critical damages. Now you have to really work more your efficiency for rolling those dice because some of those crits are terrible. Like I sit there and tell you guys right before the match, hey, you don't want to get a fuel leak, and then the next crit be a direct hit because you're going to end up with 4 damage out of those 2 shots, and then lo and behold, it happened to me in the game. But the I was looking at the count of the cards today, and man, there's like 4 and 5 of them in the
Really?
deck. So I think 9 cards right there are just those 2.
Hmm.
That's a
That's a lot.
lot.
It's a high percentage.
It's just nuts. I'll
Lost
do.
Larry.
I think so. Come back. But um, but yeah, it was just terrible. And I was looking at all the other crits; they're pretty nasty. So this whole working it without the crits is just gonna be the hard part.
Yeah.
When you're defending. So you get those low agility ships, man, and they start getting those crits. It can take them down quick.
Hmm. Yeah, I was wondering about that because man, it's almost like I was looking at that build for Dash. I was like, man, do they tailor this to him or something? Because
Oh,
that's just that's
so go through that whole thing. I didn't see what Chris sent us. What
so.
is?
So you get Dash Rendar. You put Trick Shot on him. Um, he said he had Saw Gerrera for crew, and he had the title. So with Trick Shot, you get an additional attack die when your shot is obstructed, and then the title makes it so that when the shot is obstructed, the defender loses a defense die. So you're gaining a die for shooting through debris, and
Hey,
the defender
sorry, my computer decided to be stupid.
yeah,
Oh,
And
it's
the
okay.
defender does not gain their normal bonus die for the debris.
So then, like, like if so, that means if I had one die to begin with, I don't get that. I would gain that because it's obstructed, gain
And
the
then you
defense
lose it for the
dice,
title.
and
Yeah.
then I'd lose it because of his title.
Yeah.
But then he gets an extra die because it's obstructed.
And if he's not at range 1, he's shooting 4 dice already. A 5th one for trick shot
And you're
versus your
minus
normal
one.
defense. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty
I
gross.
hate Dash.
And then if he gets any damage through, he can be like, oh, I've got Sarah Guerrera. So I take a damage. All my hits are now crits.
Well, yeah, but wasn't Saw Gerrera just the focuses?
Oh, I can't remember. It was,
Yeah. To suffer a damage to change all of your focus results to a critical result. So, you like, oh, I just threw 3 eyeballs and 1 blank. I got Saw here. Make them all crits.
yeah.
Oh, you had 1 die? Roll your dice. Oh, fuel leak. Oh, direct
Oh,
hit. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
oh God. It's not my favorite moment.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts. So yeah, because Chris had said, "Oh, I want to come over. I want to try out this crazy dash build I put together, and it's a 5 dice attack." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" You know. Now I know what he's talking about.
So get the smallest rocks you can
Yeah,
play against him.
the smallest. All those little sliver ones.
Yeah.
you know. Um, Shoot, man, I got to put as many things on him as possible.
Yeah.
So, um, so yeah. So when he comes over, if he comes over tomorrow, then we're gonna get our first stream on here too, because I'll live stream the game. So you guys can watch me get them demolished
Yeah.
by that. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at my things. I think I'm gonna have to pull out my lady killers on them and hope. Who did he say who he had with Dash?
No, he couldn't afford much though. Like
Oh
maybe
yeah.
he likes to
Especially
run
built like oh sorry.
unmodified ships normally. Like I've seen him like run like a U-wing before with just 2 T-65s, and he runs them pretty naked. So he's got
Yeah,
like
I
his
know.
war ship, and then he runs naked ships normally. So it's probably just some T-65s. I don't remember how much they cost now.
Whew. I was gonna say right now I built one around 200 points.
What a builder?
Yeah, with Dash Render. I took some of his ideas, went with Trick Shot, Outrider. Then I put Dead Man Switch on there just for some last kills. Han Solo is a gunner, and Lando Calrissian on board the ship. And then I added 2 Phoenix squads, and I put homing missiles on both. A-Wings.
Yeah, the only
How's
thing
that
I'm
going to
seeing
play?
that's cheap enough is the A-Wings and the Z95s to run with that. Unless you only get one other ship, because like a T-65 now, cheapest one is 41 points.
Well, right now I put myself around 200 right now. That's what it's telling me.
Yeah, well, let's see if Chris. I just asked him what else did he have with Dash, just because we're wondering.
You ain't alone. I'm curious too. I can only imagine what he's got on his list.
Yeah, well, well, no crap.
Saw Gerrera. Saw Gerrera. He would be pounding you, wouldn't he?
We're all like, bing, bing, bing.
Yeah. Give us the juice.
Yeah. I mean, I got that thing pop up on my phone, on my laptop, and then I hear your guys's.
Shouldn't hear mine. Oh, maybe.
Well, I guess we're hearing Larry's.
Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
didn't upgrade to a headset, so sorry about that.
Yeah, because I hear it, up in the ear. I don't think you could hear the one from the laptop. But so, what other builds have you guys seen that are crazy?
I haven't seen anything. I've been trying to meddle with some things, trying to find those weird little synergies that were a lot more common in first edition. I have like favorite ships that I'm trying to find builds for right now. I like the Hawk. I don't know why, but I like it. I think it's a cool ship. That's about it. I've never been able to fly it effectively. I like my fire spray. I like sticking an IG on the fire spray and have it with an aggressor. Is that Arvel with an A-wing, 2-8. So he took an A-wing and a Z95.
So you had an A-wing Z95.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see
See,
some other people build some other the ships from the rebels as well as the Empire before I really can say woo. Because the ships I really want to see get fielded for rebels. I tell you right now, I want to see someone run at least two B A slash SF 01s,
yeah.
man arc other that uh BTL F 50. But really, what would be a really good laugh and giggles is to see some people flying some X Wings and Zs. I haven't seen those in a while.
Some of the what?
X Wings and the Z Wing.
Oh, the Zs. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Zs just struggle to put out firepower.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're not really doesn't really pack that much of a punch.
They look like they're a lot cheaper now, though,
Yeah.
compared to other ships. Like before, they were like not that cheap. They were cheaper, but still like, I could get some upgrades for that or something. But now, compared to the prices of all the other ships, they're very cheap.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to see what he did here. So he had a Blount was a 4, and then a pilot initiative 4 that he was using.
Yeah, 3, 4, and 5. So everything he's listed comes up to 194. So he's still got 6 points to work with.
Well, if I play him with the list of my lady killers there, as long as I get initiative, I should be fine.
So this A-wing he's running, he can perform primary attacks at range 0. He's going to
See,
be ramming into you the entire time.
where is that? My book sitting right next to me, so I get to flip through it all.
You got all the expansions?
No, I did not get all. I did not get the Scum expansion yet.
No. Okay. I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen you run Rebel.
Um, I have. I used to when I first started playing. I started playing all Rebel.
Mm.
So, but then a friend of mine and I was playing at his place, and so I grabbed a couple. He had mostly Imperial ships, so I grabbed some of his Imperial ships. I put the Defenders on there.
Mhm.
That's where I fell in love with those guys.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, I just started doing Empire because I was doing. I had two Defenders and the Upsilon shuttle,
Mhm.
and yeah, I had the tidy title on the Defenders with ion cannon, and then I had on Countess. I think I had trick shot or something on her too. So, but then just the base delta on the other one, and then um, the Starbase Killer Pilot or something like that for the other one. But they were pretty nasty.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
Feeding
oh
the ego.
yes, Chris. Yes, Chris. We're talking about you. It's okay. um, but then then I started adding, playing around with some different lists and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't see me too much with Rebels, but I do have them all. My son and I like to play here sometimes, and well, one son usually plays Rebels, the other one plays Scum, but
Yeah.
I didn't. It's a little pricey for all the conversion.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm getting the Scum sooner or later,
Yeah.
but it might be a few months down the line.
yeah, I can't shoot you down with that.
Yeah.
See what I'm thinking.
I got to figure out how to work out getting that Falcon first. Got to get that new Falcon.
Hey, you can always go with Lilways.
Wow. I know the Falcon though. I mean, I know that's when I got to have, so it's up on my shelf with the other two.
Well, I think what? Yeah, I basically got all both versions. Which also had
Rigged cargo.
the what?
Dash also had rig cargo
So you can add
illicit.
debris to the field.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop some debris and then I'm gonna turn around, use it to shoot you.
Yeah.
Shenanigans, Chris. Always the shenanigans.
That doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
Just feeding Austin
Nope.
ideas now. That's all he needed.
Yeah. That's really all Austin needs help with trying to build another dash. And I thought Chris was helping us take him down, but
No.
I guess he's just helping him out. So, but
got to get past that dash meta.
yeah, already. So, Larry, you got the which expansion packs did you get? Or I mean the conversions.
I'm being Empire and Rebel right now. So I'm able to fly either Rebel or Empire for the time being.
Okay.
Yeah, Don actually put a Scum on there, but I didn't. So it's like, oops, a daisy. Well, I'll put it on there later. And get it,
Yeah.
and then be like, yeah, it's got Scum. Then figure out who I'm going to run as the lead pilot squad. But whatever. Once I get it, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm done with the Empire. I like the Empire, but I hate their ships. They don't fly how I like to fly.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. On you how you fly. Yes. I understand that one completely. Um yeah, just I'm curious when this next wave comes out, because they also Scum now gets a TIE fighter too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Get
They
that
do.
mining kill. What's that?
Well, everyone's getting a tie fighter at this point. It's like, you get a tie, they get a tie, we all get ties.
Yeah.
I
Oh
I
my
just want my skip
God.
ray blast boat. That's all I want.
What's that?
I want my skip ray blast boat.
Oh, goodness. That would be funny.
It's gonna happen eventually.
I don't remember which one it is.
The skip ray? Skip ray looks like a dart. It's just this big gunship. It's
Yeah.
from the I think it was introduced in the game Empire at War.
I don't remember which game it came out on, but yeah. It's I don't want the ship to show up.
Probably some sort of torpedo boat.
Yeah, probably. It's gonna look all weird. But I mean, there was other things like even. Did you guys watch the Rebel show? I mean, on the Clone Wars and all that stuff.
Watched the
Yep.
Clone Wars, yeah. Started watching Rebels, and it hurt my soul, so I stopped.
It hurt your soul.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because it's. I felt like they didn't know who their audience was. It was just like, this could be for anyone. And because it was so broad, it like didn't. It was too childish at times, and then they'd have mature like content, like topics.
Right.
So it was like it felt real weird. Rebels did a little bit better than Clone Wars did, but yeah, it's just
Um.
like, man, the Rebels are these nice, friendly people that don't hurt anyone, and no one ever dies. Like, this isn't. That's not what this is about.
Oh yeah. I mean, you do. I mean, they did play a lot towards our audience in the Rebels because it was on Disney, so
Yeah.
did have to go towards the kids. I mean, but it was played a little bit later in the evenings and kind of some odd times. But that's why I liked having DVRs. I don't care what time it plays.
Right.
Um, but they knew there, of course, there were going to be all of us old people watching it, and that aren't kids, so we can um, follow along instead. It is um, so they had to gear them both towards the older groups and the younger kids. So
Yeah.
that's why I think the Clone Wars, though, they had a lot of it shot a lot more dying and stuff in that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of
And then they'd have like Jar Jar cameos, like, "Hey guys, I'm
Oh,
here with the kids." Like, no, I don't want my kid watching this. Actually, you can just go away.
see, I'm looking at the chat now. Um,
There's a chat.
so yeah, well, I mean, there is a chat that goes along with this. um, but like, I know Chris wrote in there. I'm assuming it's Chris. Scott, you'll be in for a surprise in tomorrow's match. I updated that dash list.
that probably is. It
Oh,
probably is.
bring
But
it.
but back to the Jar Jar. I'm going along with the conspiracy theorist people. Jar Jar might be a Sith Lord. No, this.
Oh man, can you imagine if? I think that's hilarious that either George Lucas is that brilliant that he would have that back door, or just so Jar Jar lucky in himself that like it just happened to fall into place that that could be a possibility.
Yeah, because if that happens, I'll be like, okay, that that makes Jar Jar one of the most jacked up villains in the history of villainy. I don't even think I can't even come up with a villain that would be that good that everyone hated him, not because he was a villain. They hated him because he was just annoying.
And he was. I mean, I'm one of those ones who don't like Jar Jar that much. But then I had a professor bring me one of these old toys, and he's like, "Hey, we're cleaning out our garage. You want this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay. Well, it's." And he gave me a price, and I'm like, "Okay." I bought it for him, and it was a Jar Jar Binks, and I brought it home, and Michelle was like, kind of looking at me weird. I thought you don't like him. I said, "Don't," but I just wanted the action figure for the collection.
Yeah.
You know, just one Jar Jar.
Yeah. One's
uh,
good enough. More.
Oh, can you imagine? He's going to be a crew member when they release their public ships.
Oh
oh,
God.
he's going to be a crew member,
Oh
and
God.
I was going to say clumsy tyrant.
I cannot wait to see what he does.
They always give those titles to everybody
Yeah.
now on the.
Oh, I hated that when I looked at my Brobots. Oh,
uh,
the names they've given them.
What did they say for the
It's
IGs?
like, let me look. It's disturbing. It's like deadly droid and conniving contraption. It's just, it's awful. Let's
Yeah,
take a
it's
look
crazy.
here.
Oh
We
yeah.
have. Oh, it actually doesn't list them on the desktop app.
Oh, really?
Father,
You have
Look
to
it up on
look
my
at the actual
phone.
card.
please.
I know it lists it on the app.
Yeah, I don't know.
New squad. All right. So we have conniving contraption, deadly device, brutal battle droid, and aggressive automaton. Like, just
I can see that.
A, B, C, D, please. Don't give them the fluffy names. They're
Oh,
assassin
come on.
droids.
You know that you love some of those names,
Ugh.
you know? So, I mean, like the Republic, I mean, the Rebels, they have all those, the squad names, and then it's, like Viper 1, Viper 2, Viper 3, you know,
Yeah.
or something like that. But then you get some people like even the K Wings, Miranda, heavy hitter, you know,
Yeah.
whatever this other one is, selfless hero. I can never pronounce his name. Is Sigi? I don't know. It's the other. It's actually the other pilot for the K Wing, other than Miranda.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna go hook Lance.
Yeah, so some of them are kind of crazy. Um, so I know you brought about the new app for X Wing, and you have the desktop one there in front of you, Kyle.
Yeah.
How do you like using the desktop one?
It's fine. My major complaint with both of them is that you can't see the maneuver dials, because that's something I think about when I'm building my lists. Like, I don't remember what every maneuver they can do. So when I'm putting an upgrade on my ship, when it's like, all right, decrease the difficulty of your bank maneuvers. Well, if I can't see my bank maneuvers on the app, like, that doesn't mean much to me. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
So
want to have
you
to
want to
hold the
see that,
cards while I'm
Kyle?
looking at the app or the dials. Like, all right, yeah, it just seems like they kind of missed out there, and they can always change it.
Yeah, I
True.
mean, it's always something for an update,
Yeah.
you know. Um, but how about you, Larry? What you used? You've used only the phone app?
Yeah, I've been using the phone app since earlier today. Well, it just getting used to realizing how to hit the buttons and how not sensitive. I'm not saying it needs to be super sensitive, but it needs to be a little bit more sensitive than it is right now because it feels like I got to mash some of them just to get to recognize. Oh, you want this command, not
Yeah,
oh.
I had that problem too, actually. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
my biggest gripe with it. Better than that, and also, I wish they would actually show a number counter next to each one of the cards. I see 2, 3. I'm like, okay, that's
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
But if you don't show me a number count to it, it's not like I can instinctively just sit there and do the math myself. I have that click, click, no, click, 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 click.
are you talking about? What do you mean?
The upgrade cards.
Like how many you actually have.
Not just the how many you have, but like for instance, since you don't see the upgrade, like the old cards, you used to have the upgrade number right there. And you can be like, you can have a whole list, and you can look and say, okay, I get these two together, these two together. Now it's just you got to click, and as you build, it shows you when you go over the limit. So it's
Hmm.
kind of like, okay, I
Oh,
figure
yeah,
it out
I
once
see.
I
Yeah.
hit the limit for, as I build.
It doesn't restrict your upgrading once
That
you hit
too.
your limit. Yeah.
So prior to this, what squad builder were you using, Larry?
My squad was actually a split between First Order and Empire. I was running
No,
two. Oh,
I mean, did you use an app?
Yeah, I'm
Did
using the
you?
app right now that you're
No,
talking.
no, before, in the first edition
The first
where
edition.
you.
No, at first I did use the app. Then I stopped using the app, and I just used the numbers that were on the cards, and I generated by doing the standard calculation.
Right.
Okay, so you didn't use an app or anything towards the end there.
Nope. Only at the beginning. Then after a while, I just shut the app to the side because I was like, the app to me was kind of, I hate to say it, unless you're going to print out the list and you're going to have the list right there, you can sit on the table so people will see it on paper. I had no real need for it as long as I had the numbers so I can get the accurate count for it.
Mm.
Yeah, before, it was all really just more. You needed to know how many points you had for initiative wise
Yeah.
Yep.
and stuff. But like I was always use that yet another squad builder
Mm.
website.
I
I
used
liked it
Star
because I could.
Tactics.
What's that?
I used an app called Star Tactics. I'm
Hmm.
really happy
Yeah,
with it.
I didn't really like too many of the because like I know how for Apple they had like the Aurora Squad Builder and stuff.
Mm.
I didn't quite like it, so I didn't use that. I just used the desktop um, site
Yeah.
and build them like that. But like I was saying the other day, that one of the things I found bad about the Squad Builder is you might be able to build somebody, but those ones with the variable costs,
Yeah.
if you go to print out the sheet, the variable costs don't show up because like I had built I built a list that's 199 points, but then I print it out and it says 185.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that just totally blew my mind right there. But then
You know,
again, you said it didn't print them out, so.
I mean it the upgrade with that variable point was on the paper, just their
Oh.
cost didn't get added in. So
Hmm.
I'm looking at it on my phone and it's saying 199. I hit print, it says 185.
Mm.
That's just
So
crazy.
yeah, so that's kind of a tough thing because like if you run a tournament and you're expecting them to turn these things in, you
Uh-huh.
know, then they have to have that stuff right because I'm going to turn that in going, hey, I have 185 points.
Which means
Talk,
now with the new
talk about
phone,
some initiative.
Yeah.
you
because
know,
let's see, you mentioned it, they're going to either have the computer or a smartphone there, and then they got to build your list right there on the spot to make sure it's legit. I'm like, oh god, unless they allow you to port them, then if you port them, then you got to make sure that their stuff. There's so many variations they're going to kick off just in tournaments. But hey, can't wait to see how it's going to play.
yeah. I mean, people are going to come up with different things because that yet another squad builder, I guess Yasub, some other people call it, but they have that 2.0 site
Uh-huh.
is pretty good. When I have my thing set up for streaming the game, so when I do that tomorrow, Yasub is the website that I would be putting the stuff in the lists in, so I could get the XWS, so I can import it into the list builder.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll have all our lists on either side, like right here on the screen would be
Yeah.
my list and then Chris's list.
Mm.
You know, then
Okay.
you're gonna see the scores up here.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
But
going to be a good game. I'm over here
yeah,
thinking about something right now. So almost I always do. Try to think of the game. I was about to shout Yu-Gi-Oh because it gives me that feel when you say it that way. Oh, here's the cards the person put out on against their opponent, but it's not that kind of style, so I can't shout that out. Hmm. I'll eventually come with an idea.
so as far as you know, I think Darren was not liking that list earlier.
Yeah.
I know he's been complaining pretty much since it all came out. He liked his scum builds,
Yeah.
really good. He would be really good with them. I mean, he would just they they were just crazy. But he loves those bombs
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff. And he's a little upset about the efficiency of the bombs. You know, when you place them and when they activate and
Yeah, I think that's something that's going to get him very quickly. But then again, it's kind of like how it was with me. I was used to running my squadron hard, tough, and fast, and be able to at least have that one that could shoot forward and backwards. But when they said, "Oh, we're going to take that one ship that's first order, separate from that faction," it's like, I lost that one that can shoot backwards. Oh God! Ugh.
oh yeah, that
All over.
special forces tie.
Yes, that was my trump card. If anyone got behind it, I was like, please get behind it.
Yeah,
Please
and
get behind it so I can just start tearing you alive. So if it gets destroyed, one of the descenders will just roll up behind there, just mop you up afterwards.
yeah, and now you got to wait until the end of the year or around there to be able to fly that ship again.
But the
You
Crown
know,
Vic,
it's still going to have the two arcs. I mean,
yeah,
they have to have that because that's how it was in the show.
true.
So
And I'm wondering what ships will make the transitional jump from Empire to First Order. I'm hoping the Defenders will. Of course, I won't be able to use probably any of the pilots from that unit, but I'm hoping there's going to be some other pilots that may be interesting or could be a downfall. One of the
yeah,
two.
we'll see. I mean, I'm curious on how they're going to build all that stuff up, anyways. But because I mean, right now, how many ships came out for each faction
Well,
on
then
this first wave?
about, I want to say 4 ships for Rebels or 4 or 3 ships for Rebels, and about about 3 ships for Empire.
There's only like what, one new ship though? The others were just
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the only one that was really new was the Falcon.
yeah.
yeah, Falcon.
But you know the Falcon got. I mean, the Scum got the Falcon. They got what, the Fang Fighter and the Fire Spray. You know, the model, of course, on the Fang Fighter is different, but because that one is actually the wings are supposed to move. Um, but then the Rebels, they got the X-wing and the Corset. They got another X-wing expansion pack, and then the the Y-wing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Empire got 2 TIE fighters in the pack, 1 TIE fighter, as an expansion, and then the TIE Advanced X1,
Yeah.
and that's it. So it's yeah. So what? 3 ships each.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I mean that first thing. So are they gonna? So hmm, I'm wondering because I can't even think of any other first orders that could be going with that next one. What's funny is because when the Last Jedi came out, I had a poster in my office, and it actually has First Order TIE bombers in the picture. You know that scene where they have all um, the first on crate where all the First Orders in that line,
Yeah.
with all their equipment. Well, that's the picture, you know. But overhead, it has the TIE fighters and the TIE bombers coming in over it. But in the movie, it was just TIE fighters.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. I'm just still
Yeah.
wondering what First Order's bombers going to look like. Strike bombers. It could be strike bombers or standard bombers. Huh.
um, I have
Yeah.
like a little die-cast model of the Anakin's Y-wing over there, so it's too far. I can't reach it from here.
So cool. And since you mentioned about them being formed in the Rebels, the Y Wing, it means we're going to get a chance to see them in their original, bill instead of how they were in the movie. With
What do you mean?
the I like to call it the skirting armor that was on it, like if you seen in Rebels when they went and stole them from being destroyed.
Yeah,
I wonder if they're going to perform a little different or about the same.
I don't know.
Nor do I.
But I know the Y wings at first. I mean, they were really mainly
Oh yeah.
a bomber. I mean, I know the new one is a bomber too, but I think they were a little more geared towards just bombers.
Okay.
Excuse me.
There's a joke I love that I remember from getting off a video game when I was playing Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the Nintendo GameCube. And then what they said about the Y Wing is the Y Wing, it has plenty of armor because you're not going to be going anywhere anytime fast. I'm like, that sounds about right, even in the game.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
armor, oh, it's your safety point. Without the armor, that ship would be scuttled.
So, what other ships might you like to see, like in future waves for any of them?
Hmm.
Let's see. Right now, a good deal of them have been shown. But I'm gonna mention some of the ones I've seen that I learned from the Thai family that I would like to see them try to fill.
Oh,
Uh, a hunter. The
the
hunter I
Tie
would like
Hunter.
to see. Yeah, the Thai hunter. Let's see what other one would I like to see. Listen, that kind of targeting. Uh, okay, the weirdest one I've seen so far in history. Experimental Mark One Thai. If you see a picture of this thing, you'll see why I want to see it flown. It just looks hilarious. It's like, are you really gonna fly that? How are
Yeah,
you gonna?
they got some crazy one. I'd like to see that Tie Fighter from the Solo movie.
Hmm. I gotta go look that.
Still
Well,
haven't seen
actually, I
that
should
yet.
be scheduled to see that movie sometime later on this month.
You guys have not seen the movie?
Nope, I haven't seen it.
See, y'all got to come over. It's coming out on video, and I know it's out on digital already, but the video comes next week?
I believe so.
Yeah, I already pre-ordered it. It'll be on my doorstep when I get home from work.
Okay,
so,
can't argue on that one.
so you guys will have to come over and watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it in the Star Wars room. We'll have all the ambiance.
A ship I'd like to see other than the Skip Ray blast boat is the how the heck do you say this? The Rikik assault fighter. Yeah,
Hmm.
terrible name.
Don't even know.
Black Sun starfighter, basically.
Oh, okay.
Slow but heavy weapons loadout.
Yeah, one other one I'd like to see is Krennic's shuttle
Hmm.
Okay.
from Rogue One. I I'd love to see that one show up.
Oh, we
But
were talking about this, Scott, when we were playing a game. Was the solar?
yeah, Count Dooku's Solar Sailor,
Yeah, the solar
that
sailor.
Geonosian Solar Sailor. Yeah, that'd be
What's
kind of
the model of that?
that would be cool. But like I said, that would be kind of an uh,
Oh,
one of those.
logistic problem.
What's that?
The logistic problem, because I'm still thinking about the. It'd be awesome to see the cell open, but I'm thinking about what kind of materials the solar cell made out of. If it's going to be something durable, okay. If it's something soft, oh,
Let's do
I'm
plastic
still.
like they do with everything.
Yeah, a plastic little
Okay.
sail out there. Who knows?
Yeah, that's key word right there. Because I'm like, I seen little. Well, I seen a vehicle that uses something like that, and when I seen them fold it up, it's like interesting. When I keep hearing y'all mention plastic, I'm like, that's gonna be real challenging unless it's super thin plastic that's pretty sturdy.
Yeah, and another one I'd like to see is from the Clone Wars, the Anakin's Twilight.
Hmm.
You know that little freighter that he had that he used to fly around.
I believe I remember it somewhat. Hmm.
I mean, it ended up blowing up at
Oh,
towards the end in that last season.
the one that looks like a
But
B-wing.
yeah,
Oh,
well, I mean, it's funny because it's got like that whole chassis that's there, and then it has a one wing that goes out, and then they have another wing that kind of folds out down
Yeah.
when it flies. So, but it has a turret on it.
Right.
That wing that goes out has a turret on it.
It'd just be like Republic's Dash.
Yeah. Because that thing would take a beating.
But again, thinking of which, it's like everything Anakin ran or used took heavy beating. I don't
Yep.
care what it is. Even in Naboo, not in Naboo, but the what was the name of that stupid device?
The pod racer?
Pod racer, yes.
Yeah.
That took punishment too. I was like, dang, this dude's like James Bond. Give us something brand new. Don't worry, it'll be jacked up by the end of it. I was like, man, I don't think I keep hearing. Is it what
That's
was
the
it?
one I want to see.
You or whatever.
Message of it.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be really cool. That probably is a real nimble ship.
It's described as sluggish.
Really? It looks like it should be like, I don't know. It looks like it would be nimble.
It says relatively sluggish fighter, but this was compensated for by its good defenses and weapons loadout. It was one of the most heavily armed and armored starfighters of the Rebellion era.
And it looks like it's supposed to be able to maneuver and turn and twist on a dime. That reminds me of one aircraft in the U.S. arsenal that everyone messes up. I'm sorry. I'm thinking speed and all that good stuff. It looks fast, but in reality, it isn't fast. This term, it looks slow, but it's incredibly fast.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Oh, and are they going to come out with the Republic gunships?
Oh, that's going to be.
Big.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It'd be like the Republic shuttle.
Yeah.
You know?
But with a lot of guns.
Yeah. And you can load it out with some stormtroopers. They'd have to have people like Rex and Cody and stuff that are, crew cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be kind of cool.
True.
Man, I'm trying to look around everything if I have. But even those Geonosians starfighters, because they even look like that Solar Sailor, but not the part that goes out.
Right.
But, they're still all nice and pointy and stuff. And
I bet those will be fun to fly.
Yeah. Do either of you guys have the app on the game app on your phone or tablet or whatever? That's the Star Wars game.
Database builder.
The Star Wars Heroes game or Galactic Heroes.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, I do too. Last time it was on my old phone, and let's just say it wasn't too bad for a phone game. That's the best way to put it.
But yeah, well, now they've updated so much and they've gone into like ships and everything, and they have those Geonosian starfighters in there. They have a different couple pilots. They have like a Geonosian spy and a Geonosian soldier, and then Sun Fac or something like that. And they just added on Cad Bane's ship.
I'm still wondering what a Geonosis. I gotta go look and see what a Geonosis ship looks like.
Real pointy.
Yeah, real pointy.
With a nipple gun.
But then then you wonder if the ships like Cad Bane's ship, is that going to show up as like a scum ship? Because then you think about it, scum would be like took that whole era.
Yeah.
Because the scum really doesn't have ships per se. They have ships they've stolen, but not ships they own.
They might make a new scum faction. Have it
True.
be what is that? That one pirate in the Clone Wars.
You talking about
Hondo?
Yeah, Hondo. Have it be like his faction or whatever they are.
Yeah, those pirates.
Be running too.
What's that?
I said, what kind of ship? I wonder what kind of ship you would put Hondo on. Because he could pilot pretty much anything, but there's got to be a ship you can just, have him saw on to like, forget God, I forgot that lady's name in the Air Force because she flew the plane. Oh, I'm sorry, my
But I mean,
brain's.
but yeah, Honda would be probably be just like a crew card.
Yeah.
But you can watch it like that one would be like, hey, you can also use it with a rebel Ezra.
Yeah,
You know, it's going to be another one of those because that's another one of those characters that was in the Clone Wars and was in Rebels.
Right.
exactly. And he played. Well, basically, he played different roles. He was bad. He was good, but more so good than bad.
Right.
Along with Darth Maul was
Oh,
another one of those just kind of. Well, you can't say he was on the dark side because near the end of his life, he was helping out the rebels. So it was kind of like,
But was he really helping the Rebels,
not really. He was
or
helping
was
him.
he was helping himself with Ezra?
Yep.
You know,
Which makes
and
that one interesting.
that comes the whole relationship on why in our game you can use Maul with Ezra.
yeah.
True.
You know, but oh yeah, Cad Bane's ship was called Xandu Blood.
Oh, lovely name.
Yeah.
And
Let's
blood.
see if this camera will take my phone.
Oh, okay. That's it.
That looks
Wow.
like one of the Separatist ships.
Yeah, I give points on that too.
Well, I mean, it does look like almost look like Count. Sorry, General Grievous's ship.
That's another person. Joe Grievous. He'd never make it out of the rebels, but
That one.
No, but I mean, he will be in the Separatists.
true. Hmm.
Oh, there's another fighter that'll probably be on the Republic side. It's
That,
um,
that looks like the rogue starfighter that the Separatists have.
I mean, who knows? It might be possible. It might be on the same kind of
Yeah.
ship, but that's just what his title is.
Right.
You know. But there was another one the clones got was one of these.
Hmm. That's listed under Separatist as well. I just looked at that one.
Well, I mean, it was a separatist ship because it was on a world, and then the clones took over the world,
Oh, right.
and
What was that on the?
one of the guys, I don't remember which clone it was, they were able to learn to pilot them, and they take off and they fly in it
The
because
Xenos 33.
what's that?
It's called the Xenos 33. Umbaran Starfighter.
Barin, yeah, that's what it is. And the pilot they have on here is fives.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
So yeah, and that Sith infiltrator.
That one I can't wait to see what its abilities will be.
Yeah, that one's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
True. Hmm.
Here, Larry, this is what that starfighter looks like.
Ah. Wow. Very important, like y'all said.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a big pointy thing. And like
Wow.
I have three of them in my game.
Ah. Hmm. Brainstorm. Nah. Drawing a blank. Even though they look like cool, ultra, super big, what do you call them? Long darts. They were to pull up in the air and come back down.
Some lawn darts.
Oh yeah. So when you look at the ships, it's like, oh, okay, they're smooth on the back end. Oh, yeah, I can see someone getting impaled on this thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hmm. So they're going to be broken into factions. The question that remains: how do I get more ships for each? Never mind. That I'm just going to watch and see them pull off because at one point it felt like they were about to hit the ceiling with 1.0, so they came with 2.0, And I'm like, okay, can't wait to see what ships you're gonna fill for each one of the factions. And it's like, oh, I can't wait. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. The thing is though is that since they try to keep all the ships balanced in their factions, but
Yeah,
then they also said they're going to try and um, push out all those new ships. I mean, all the ships that they had already previously released
yeah,
as new ships in the expansions. So those new players can just buy the new ones
yep,
instead of having to worry about trying to find those old ones that from the other edition, and then they have cards they can't use.
true. And
So,
that's
but it's going to be interesting how they're going to keep it, you know, going um, and still be able to get all those ships out. I mean, what are they going to have like um, 3 or 4 of them on each from each faction in each wave?
true. And it's
You
just
know?
the mind gets boggled the more you think about it. That's why it's like I'm thinking about it, but I'm not gonna think about it because I know when I start thinking about it, it's open up a can of worms. And I'm trying to think, what other ships were flown during the Rebel, not after the Galactic Empire fall, but during the Empire's reign? So when I was a kid, I seen most of those ships and I didn't really pay them attention until I came back and I seen them around 1998 when they did the update. I was like, oh, those were the ships there? Wait, there's a B Wing in there? And I seen the picture where someone shows you where the B Wing is, and I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, I'm not going to even try to waste my time. I'm trying to think, what other ships could they possibly come up with for Rebels? Oh my god. They
But see,
did
that's the thing is they don't really have to right now to come out with something new. They just
true,
have to start releasing all the stuff that's out before.
true.
You're like, whoa, we have a whole pile over here of ships we can re-release.
Yeah.
You
True.
know, oh, we updated the model. We did a better paint job.
That's doing the X Wings. Instead of them being solid open and S4, you can close them down for S4. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, I guess I
that
don't know.
was a that was a good addition to that, and how they fixed the wings on the Fang fighter. But the question is, the B wings when they come out,
Yes.
is the peg going to be on the cockpit, and the rest of it can just swing around? Because
Or the
I'd be time to be like.
no. See, brought the B Wing. I'm thinking about will they let you fold the outer fins or let them stay the same way they're going to be?
That's so
You
many
know,
moving parts, though.
Yeah, I know. You think because it has those wings on the side that would fold in, when it'd fly, but
true.
then
So
they're
you'd be able to
lock
turn.
in attack position.
That's why
You
I'm
know,
like, I'm sitting over here thinking about that now that we're talking about it. Because one, yeah, you don't have to worry about the cockpits, but you can get the wings to fold in. Then you get to do the flat flying, which is its cruising mode, I think. Yes, cruising mode is when it's not turned into a best way to describe it, a cross, but well, no, y'all know what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
Basically, if
So when
you're
it flies, it has like the cockpit here, and then the body goes out here, but all the wings are all collapsed in, and that's how it flies. And then when it goes into attack position, those ones come open, and then that can move around the
exactly,
cockpit. Yeah.
which should be cool.
So who knows which one they're going to do? Are they going to worry about the wings or the cockpit, or both?
That too. And then if they redo the ghost and they do it no, they can't do it the right way because you make the shuttle the size of the ghost,
You don't.
to be insignificantly small. So yeah, that's why I'm like throw that out the window.
I mean,
Let's
they don't have to be as big as they are in the game right now. They can make them smaller.
true. Oh, the reason why I say this is because I'm thinking about instead of it just being one solid model, you actually can take your ghost and actually your phantom or no banshee. Was it banshee or the ghost?
Fans. Oh well, the Ghost is the ship, and then the Phantom for the pod.
Okay, the Phantom. You can get the Phantom. You can fold it up and you can load it into the back. Literally, instead of saying you have one Phantom, you have one Ghost. Oh yeah, by the way, you can't merge them together.
Right. I mean, since they've come out with the new way of fixing, I mean, how they fit the escape craft on the new on Lando's Falcon.
Uh,
They could do that.
true.
As a Rebels pack. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, so
Uh,
that actually detaches?
no, it doesn't. But I'm saying they could re-release it as like a Rebels pack, and then actually have it to where either one of those shuttles, the Sheathipede or the attack shuttle, fits in there. That
Yeah,
would be kind of cool.
that's what I was thinking about. It's like when I first seen it, I was like, yeah, they're gonna have we can detach it. When I got it, it was like, I can't do the detachment part. That's not gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
But you
Oh
can buy
well,
this other expansion pack.
true. That's why I'm like, if I see them saying, "Hey, guess what? You can take your Phantom out the docking station," I'm like, really?
Yeah,
I have to get it.
that'd be nice. But I
Like
mean,
it.
how many? But think about it though. How many ships are going to be in the next one? 12,
That's true.
14. You
Yeah.
know,
And that's why I'm like panicking. I'm just thinking because how can you say I'm thinking long term. Like, okay, now we got a 2.0 and we got these factions broken up. It's now like, well, guess what? When you had this Empire and Rebel or Resistance, where you want to call it, you can mix and match in that group. And now you broke it up. It's like I can't wait to get the cars, and I can't wait to fill the ships the way they're supposed to be actually probably originally played. But the question that bothers me is how is it going to work out when those two other starter packs get here? I ain't rushing. I'm just thinking. I'm like,
well, I mean, I know me. I mean, uh, I had some cash away, but those next expansion packs aren't going to be as expensive.
okay, that's a
I
good
think
thing.
they said something there like they were going to be like $30 or something.
I can live with
So
that.
that would be great because I mean you're not having to field all those the same amount of ships.
True.
You got a lot of ships that came in those other conversion kits. So the new ones will. I mean, like I said, there's only 4 ships for
Yeah.
each one. So and the A-wing wouldn't be in there.
True.
So um,
I'm having fun with the present, the future, and what all new kinds of crazy new abilities that may come into play. I'm like, good God. I
yeah,
missed it. Push the limit is no longer there, and I'm thinking maybe, well,
that's
yeah, I
what a
missed
linked action's for.
Yeah.
you.
I mean,
Then,
that's pretty much what the PT where the push the limit was. I mean,
yeah,
so people use that can use that as the push the limit.
true. And I'm getting used to looking at how the cards are now set up, especially for ships. I was like, yeah, and this having tie set, X7 and all that. Now I'm looking at the cards. I'm like, some of the cards actually have the X7 on the main card instead of you having to try to find upgrades to connect with it. So it's like, okay, I can live with that because some of these
Yeah.
upgrades sit more better with certain ships than others.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing that I found when Kyle and I were playing, the one thing I found was irritating to me is I got used to being able to look at the opponent's ships and know their attack value and agility, so I
On
can
the
make my
main board.
decision on
Oh,
who I was gonna like attack or whatnot, or who I was
yeah,
going for because I could just see that. But now I got to look all the way across over, at the pilot cards,
yeah.
and my eyes aren't that good.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got glasses too. So,
Yeah. So
oh man,
that's why, yeah,
that,
that's why, Kyle, I don't know if you noticed that I kept asking you,
Yeah. Yeah.
how many dice does he roll? You know, because, yeah, I just got used to doing that.
Yeah,
And
same.
then,
That was one of the first things I noticed about those cardboard tokens. It's like, well, it just has your arcs and that's it.
and your pilot's name and your
Yeah.
initiative, you know,
Yeah. Pilot name, initiative, like, yeah.
yeah.
Don't need the pilot's name. I just need the other information.
true.
Yeah,
And
well, that's okay. I figured we'll finally get used to it.
Yeah.
After a while, you end up learning all the attack values and stuff of everybody's ships.
Yeah.
So, especially like in a group like us, we play each other a lot,
Yeah.
so we see kind of the same ships from some people. So you get used to those values that you'll be able to learn. But
But yeah, since you mentioned it, that's one of the things I like about the new version. It's now kind of playing all of us at the same disadvantage and advantage point. We're all getting used to the dials. We're all getting used to each one of us coming with some new form of style that makes us feel comfortable flying in the game than how we used to be. Whereas most people either A knew how the dials worked, knew most of the ship's dial positions, and knew the distance. You know, like you were saying earlier, about saying that one time you used to know exactly the distance or how far the ship pilot can, get within range of attacking you, Scott. And that was something I was trying to get used to until this new version came out, and I realized these dials don't look like the original ones. You got blue, white, red. I just learned what
Well,
blue
come
is.
on. The blue was there for people like me, us colorblind people.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys saw my dials before. I would have Michelle color in the number
Yeah.
on all the green ones. They would be blue, so
Yeah.
I would know which ones are
The green
yeah
ones.
are the or were the green ones. So yeah, so it made it easier for me. But man, talk about screw me up a couple times when I'd go. I'd get a new ship. When it
Uh,
first came out, and I put it in and I start playing with it, and I hadn't gotten home enough or in time to have her color them, and then I'm asking somebody else on the next table, "Hey, is it red or is it green?" So
well, I'm actually happy that they were able to focus on the colorblind because I kind of did forget. Now I just started to see here and I just realized I was right. You did tell me you were colorblind to an extent. So I'm like, oops, I completely forgot. My bad. But then again, I think all of us are human, so we can't all keep all information memorized.
yeah, but yeah, so some of the improvements are good. You know,
Agree.
so hopefully they'll get better at this app, so we can.
You ain't kidding. Because I was
Or,
thinking about since we were talking, you mentioned the app. I was thinking with the previous one when I had to touch on a few of the apps I seen for the first edition. I was like, I might be able to sit down one day if I took long enough time to sit and focus and build my own app version, and no problem. But when I seen this thing said, "Oh, guess what? We do updates on the number counts and everything," I'm like, okay. I know they have we call it. I'm gonna call it upgrade notes that they post about saying what they're gonna do on the upgrades
Mhm.
on the system, and it's like, yeah, you can probably build your own program, but whoever builds their own program that's like this, they're going to still have to come back to this program to find out what updates on
Yeah.
number counts or what cards have what abilities, what are allowed, what are approved, blah blah blah. Oh god.
yeah, I mean that's the thing with those people that have the other, that secondhand market websites that
Yeah,
are going for this. I mean, updating all those points every time they put out an update. You need to make sure that the points costs on your site are equal,
exactly,
because when there start being a lag, they're going to get people stop using your website.
Yeah.
You
exactly.
know, so yeah, that's one of those things that's going to be said. I mean, they said also they're not going to adjust price, adjust like point costs and stuff. They're only going
Uh,
to do it periodically, like they would do, the FAQs would come out or whatnot. Even though that now they do have a first FAQ and erratas going on
Yeah.
now. I showed you those the other day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I did with them. I think they're in my other binder, but or in the box. But yeah, so they have the new ones. But if you notice, they said effective. Now it actually has effective dates on it, so it's effective actually of like next week or something.
Hmm.
But it's what it's going to be, so just use it now. You know.
Yeah.
yeah.
So and they had the first corrections of cards from the that wave, the what, wave 14,
Okay.
the Saws Renegades and the Reapers.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
they updated some of that stuff. Um, and they answered some questions like people were talking about that triple tap uh, VCX with what Han Gunner
Right.
and and what the shuttle docked,
Right. Yeah.
but they squashed that one because I know Chris himself, he was getting all excited about that. And I'm like, they got to do something about
Yeah.
that. So they do that. They put that answer out. It's like, nope, you can't do it. So it's only 2 attacks.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Go
should
ahead.
we wrap up here?
what's that?
We wrap up here.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to add on?
Yeah. I had a kick out of being on here today with y'all. Get a chance
Well,
to with some of my thoughts and opinions on some of this stuff so far. Once I get a chance to play it once or twice, I'll be able to get a little bit more deeper on details on my feel on the gameplay. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. How about you, Kyle?
Just need to play some more, get some more feedback on it. I've only played one game, so it's wide
Yeah.
open. Other than
So,
that,
and it's a good thing. Like I said, you moved closer to me,
yeah,
so you can pop over here. I'm usually free in evenings and weekends.
yeah. I just sit here and paint for my painting little studio that I'm starting up. So
Yeah. Um, so you're just starting that thing up. I know Darren, he has his little um
Smuggler's
side,
Blind.
yeah, the Smuggler's Blind. And any of you listeners, you can find it on Facebook. You can
Yeah.
just go ahead and search for Smuggler's Blind, and he's on there, and he's got some pictures of some pretty cool
Or
paint
Polar
jobs
Painting,
or polar painting,
which is mine. Yeah,
which is yours.
only on Facebook right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and let's see. Yeah, I think that was about it. For me, I just, I always want to thank the Steiners, for letting us come over there and play all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
I love
they
having
work
things
hard
like
for
that.
they work hard for us. I know on launch date for this, they uh, were very accommodating. I know Darren and I were there like right after it opened, and the ships weren't in, but very apologetic and stuff. But then after about a couple hours, they showed up.
Yeah.
Thank God. But I know Kayla. She does a lot of good work for us and make sure that we have everything we need.
Yeah.
Um,
most definitely.
but hopefully um, they won't put too much of a strain on them with all the re-releases and stuff. So
Yeah.
because some of those expansion packs or whatnot, since we already all have them, it'll be just people that are new or hey, we want another one.
Right.
you know,
Mm.
so hopefully that'll be good on them. So
Yeah.
and yeah, I think that's about it right now. Um, yeah, you can't think of anything else. How about you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, oh, I mean, I did talk to, like I said, I talked to Rob from Spiky Bits the other day at the store. So hopefully something comes from that. Him and I were messaging today and helping us out for giving us somebody. He gave me a name for somebody who can do some graphics for us, so we can build us ourselves our logo and stuff, and get that in there as on these streams or on our YouTube channel and whatnot.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll all pan out and we can get something going.
That's awesome. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, that's great. So, um, and then tomorrow, Chris coming over hopefully, and so tomorrow you might be seeing a link coming out in at least in our Facebook group for uh, our first streamed game. So we'll see how that goes, and once it's streamed and stuff, and I'll make sure that I'll post it on YouTube too. So it'll be on this channel also, so you guys can
Okay.
go back and watch it or whatnot, and when you want to, and see if Chris's 5 attack dash, his A wing and his Z coming at me. I'll try and do my best and try to beat him,
Yeah.
or at least do some damage. We'll
That's
see.
all he has. Oh, sorry.
Make sure I bring those tiny little rocks.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's it for tonight. So, thank you guys for joining me,
No
and
problem.
we will get together again on here for next weekend. So, I will see you guys then.
No
All right.
problem.
So, this is Viper Squadron. We're out.
Adios.